3 is the future.
Welcome, crew, to What Are Your Three, a Channel 3 podcast where we take a member of the Channel 3 community, discuss 3 games of their choosing, go through some honorable mentions and some other odds and ends for a nice little video game discussion. I'm Dan. With me, as always, Ray.
What's going on, everybody? Tonight's guest, and this time we are definitely recording 100%. So I think, is this going to be the first guest now in 2025, Dan? Is this how it works out?
No, I think we're going to keep this one as episode 103. I don't know. You know what? Listen, I probably should warn it maybe next week and maybe the week after. We're going to see it. I wrote on our like I keep for the video portion like that nobody ever sees. I wrote episode 103-ish. So
the numbers are all made up. Points don't matter. Tonight's guest, it is Cruz. Cruz, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are y'all?
We're doing good. We're happy to have you here. I think many know you as a cart member.
A little bit.
Right? A little bit.
Yeah.
You're full in on all the cart group stuff.
I try, but I'm pretty sure I'm getting carried all the time. Is it Mario Kart we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yes, there we go.
I just go with being carried all the time, regardless of what the game is being discussed. Ray just did a really dark thing. Yeah, Ray partnered with Bombchu for Smash Brothers, and like if you look at our lifetime stats against each other, we're dead 500, and so neither of us can figure out who's carrying the other one in any given day. It's really messed up.
Taking turns. Anyway, we've got games tonight, and it's not Mario Kart 8 though. This is a theme where people are known for one game, and then they give us a list of completely different games, and I absolutely love it because it makes talk way better. We're going to start game number 1, Genshin Impact.
Ooh, yeah.
202 million downloads as of November. It's got to be one of it's one of the big COVID hits. 2020, and it's still going on today. Like it's still relevant, still people playing it. So question 1, where do you play Genshin Impact?
I use the PlayStation 4.
And how long have you been playing it? Did you start when it first came out, or did you join like after a while and became popular? How'd you get on this one?
Okay, that's a good question. I'm gonna try to remember. I believe I started in 2022 around spring, so it was already pretty popular around that time. But I didn't give it a chance until somebody, my friend, actually pretty much forced me to play it by opening it up on the PlayStation 4. And so I was like, okay, fine. I've seen this everywhere. It looks like a lot of fun. Anime characters, let's go. So I tried it out, and you know what? I did not like it at first. I did not, but I picked it up again when I went to, I think it was a Comic-Con convention, and all of the fan art that I bought were Genshin related, and I didn't want to look like a fake fan, so I picked it up again in the summer, and I actually started liking it. I think it's because I'm a Nintendo girl. Playing with a PlayStation remote control was just kind of controller was just kind of weird for me. So it was a lot of adjusting and a lot of menus, a lot of stuff. So yeah.
Wait, so are you saying you bullied yourself or peer pressured yourself into playing the game? Was that
that's what it sounds like?
Takeaway there?
It sounds like you bullied yourself into playing it.
Pretty much. And
like
now
pre-bullying? I didn't know that was a thing.
Right. Imagine you look at yourself in the mirror. You're not a real fan.
Honestly, pretty much. Like now I am a huge fan. It's honestly overtaking my love for Nintendo. All of my stuff, my merch, fan art on the wall, Genshin.
All right, well we can take self-gatekeeping off of the bingo card for tonight. Okay.
That's amazing. That's funny. I think that's like my entire relationship with Nintendo. I love it and they put out great things, and then I hit this point where I feel like, oh man, I feel like everything else is just putting out better games, and then I have to wait till the next like big set of Nintendo stuff, and then I was like, no, Nintendo, this is the only thing I can play. Everything is amazing. You
mean this coming year, starting like March 2nd or whatever?
Yeah. This is the year. It's gonna be the year of Nintendo again.
They're firmly planting a flag on 2025. I think shortly.
This is why I start saying
the
Switch gang only.
The aging of this one's going to get real weird by next week. That's all. Whether this comes out next week or the week after, it's going to be real weird, I think.
Right, if the Friday is real, we'll see. So you play, you didn't like it, you went to the convention, you yelled at yourself for having posters of a game you don't like. So now, like, how many hours do you have into this thing? Like, how invested are you?
Oh, I don't know. There are times where I'm every day 8 hours. It's like a job. Whenever I don't have to go to school, I don't have to work. That takes over my life, but because I'm working now and it's mostly full time, so I hardly pick it up right now. But before it was a job for me. I don't know how many hours though. I can't tell you.
So you joined 2 years after Goats, and this thing has a kind of long-term storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Do you keep up with the storyline? Like, do you know what's going on in the game?
Oh, I don't read lore. I skipped that. Because I fell in love with the characters. I just want to play them. And I love the battle. I love leveling up and just defeating on the bosses. That's what I go for Genshin. And I know it's such a bad thing to skip dialogue, but it's so
Don't gatekeep yourself again. It's okay. Just enjoy the game. It's okay. You don't have to be bullying yourself again.
Yeah, but it's long. I don't even pay attention. Sometimes I do like read Wikipedia or like watch some YouTubers explain the lore, but that's how far I'll go.
So the game takes a bunch of it took inspiration from like Breath of the Wild when it came to this open world stuff. When you're playing, because you're playing to just I'm gonna level up, I'm gonna go fight the ball. Like I want to play the action, like do the game stuff. Do you spend any time just kind of exploring the land and enjoying, how the game looks and how the characters look and everything like that?
I do a lot of just wandering around, and then if I look to my left, I see a chest, and then I open it, and sometimes I just kind of look at the characters and I just admire how nice they look, because that's also one of the reasons why a lot of people love it, is because of the designs. Especially it's because it's anime. A lot of people love to watch anime, so that's a big thing. And the visuals, the landscapes, beautiful. The Inazuma part looks like Japan. I feel like I just want to go there and I just want to experience it. So yeah, it's beautiful art.
And I gotta ask, because this game, this is like the gacha game.
Oh
right?
yeah.
So how much has the gacha got you?
Oh god. I'm too deep. To the point where I even like asked my friends, "Hey, any birthday present? Just put it on my Genshin Gacha." It's so bad, cause if you don't know me, I have really terrible luck, like really terrible. I would lose the 50-50. I would lose the 90 pity. So I have to be guaranteed. I have to pull 100 times to actually be guaranteed my favorite character. And I don't know. I try not to do it. So at this point, I'm just picking up just a few characters, the ones that I actually like. Because if I try to get all of them, that's crazy. That's a lot of money gonna be wasted down the drain. This is why also another reason why I didn't like Genshin is the fact that even though it's free to play, it's the gacha that gets you the microtransaction stuff. That's why I'm looking at it, I'm like, why would I even like this game? That's it's not a physical thing. You can't have these characters, but it got me.
Let me tell you, I felt the same way when I first started playing Fortnite. And I said, why, I'm never gonna, why would I buy skins? It doesn't do anything. It doesn't change the game. Maybe I'll get the battle pass because it's cool and I have something to do. And now I'm like you. If someone sends me a gift card to like Starbucks, I'll go to my wife and be like, "Here you go. Here's a $20 gift card because I know you're gonna spend it anyway. I'll trade it to you for $20 cash, so I can go get this meaningless skin in a video game that I want to have instead." Like it's constant. It's sickening, and yet
he says as he's converting that all over to Marvel Rivals as we speak.
I'm literally counting and waiting to see what's the first big one I buy in Rivals, because there's nothing else I do in my life right now except play Rivals. It's actually insane. So how many do you play? Like a lot of different characters, or do you have like your like very few favorites that you're constantly leveling up?
I do have only a few favorites, mostly pretty much ice, cryo, or water characters. But I do have this character that I really, really love, and she's new. I'm trying to pull for her. I'm pulling for her tonight, actually. So hopefully I get her. Her name is Sitlolly, and she's also a cryo character. And she's a shielder, and so far I only like her because of her colors and because she's kind of relatable. She loves to read manga, and I love to read manga. She's like I know, she's so cute. I just love her. And also there's another character. She's Pyro. This is my first Pyro. I don't usually deviate from my usual cryo and water, but her name is actually Father. Everybody calls her Father. But her actual name is Arlecchino. I know I'm not pronouncing that right because it's Italian, but I call her Arlecchino, and she's pretty good, a really good DPS. So yeah, those are pretty much my two favorite characters so far. I have a few husbandos as well, we call them, where our favorite shielder Zhongli, which is a Geo character, also a shielder. He's an Archon. I know I'm just spewing out a bunch of names. Hopefully I'm not confusing anyone. Oh my gosh. But yeah, just a lot of waifus and husbandos.
And are you playing solo, or do you have a group that you play with and you go and raid? How does your gameplay look when you're playing?
So I usually play solo if I need to go through the story, but if I need to farm for artifacts to level up some characters or level up their weapons, ascending them, I usually ask my friends to come help me do that. So we all defeat bosses and we can share. We pretty much get loot, but the loot is also gacha, so you'll never know what you get. It could either suck or it could be so good.
Yeah, but it's better than EA because at least you know there's a possibility that it doesn't suck. It's
That's true.
All right, well, I think we're safe from here on through your future game, which is a little more fluid, but still will qualify. But I think we're firmly in your previously mentioned Nintendo territory from here on out.
Yes.
So we're gonna jump into your second game with Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. It's got a 4.4 rating on the GameCube, but a 4.5 on the Switch. So maybe some stuff upgraded. Was nice. And I ask with great trepidation, did you play this originally on the GameCube /Wii, or did you wait for the Switch remake?
Okay, so I don't usually play games. I like to watch my brother play them. I'm a fake gamer. So though my brother played the original and I was pretty much just watching, I did play the remake, but I haven't really finished it. But I know the game pretty well just because my brother played it multiple times.
So what was this an early game for catching your attention then, or was this a little further down the line? But
this is more of a nostalgia for me, even though I'd never played the game. It really piqued my interest. At first, I was kind of disappointed when I saw it when my brother was playing it back when I was still in elementary. When it came out in the GameCube, I was kind of disappointed because I was expecting more of because this is like a what is it? It's like a Super Mario RPG, right?
They couldn't continue with that because, and we'll talk about that later, but they couldn't continue with that because Square was out and Intelligent Systems took over. And yes, they went this like 2D paper theme, like paper art, South Park style, basically, or whatever the thing was on PBS back in the day too. But but so they went with this style and like bright colors and entirely different designs for the characters. Yeah.
Yes, I was shocked, but then I fell in love as my brother was playing it. I really enjoyed the world of Rogueport, like being greeted with the hanging news. Okay, what the heck? That was I as an elementary, I was like, did somebody die there? Are they stuck in like the witch trial era? What is this? And
Why
just
is this so
seeing
dark,
the
but the colors are
I
so bright?
know, I know. And then just seeing the world try to interact with you with bandit trying to steal your coin. My brother just got there and his money's already been taken by some random person. So it's just fun. I love seeing my brother explore it. But because I just suck at games long before, like when I was young, my brother would never give me the controller. So now that I'm older and I'm actually forcing myself to play games. I've actually when the Nintendo Direct announced that they were gonna remake Paper Mario, I was so happy. You have no idea. I screamed. So and then I tried it out, and I feel like it's a little bit easier. I don't know. Maybe my brother just suck.
Shots fight,
But
I think you got some stuff to work out here with you telling you sucked, and then now you get to walk through this game.
but it but honestly it feels really nice to be able to play it by myself for once, to be able to experience it. It feels like you're experiencing it for the first time, even though I know where to go, what to do, how to get how to like deal more damage, all that stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, the Paper Mario is always a little goofier too. Like
Mm.
there's always just some barbs, some wit, some silliness they put in there. Even especially with like I describe them as the henchman adjacent characters, right? Where like why is this Goomba here just chatting me up, or now they're in my party? Yeah, you got all that sort of stuff that's happening in Paper Mario, and like that's pretty weird in the world of Mario. Again, for a guy who plays basketball or go-karts with his arch rival, okay, I guess it's not that weird, but it's still like the Paper Mario, they take it in a different direction altogether. Really
Mm-hmm.
any favorite characters playing through this? Because that's usually there are some pretty memorable characters you wouldn't expect usually in Paper Mario games.
Well, I really like Vivian's design. I like the whole shadow aspect of the shadow siren, and I honestly really, really loved the Shadow Queen as a villain. I like that they changed up the villain to someone else other than Bowser and more intimidating. But anyways, partner, I love Yoshi. I think he's pretty OP, and Bombery. I think those two are pretty good. But Yoshi's my favorite.
Do we ever get the X-Nauts back? I mean, like we've had some characters come out of like the Mario and Luigi game space. Those RPGs have had characters come in, like they're in Mario Wonder last year, the flower people and all that. But do you think we're going to get like the X-Nauts appearing or some of the others and coming back into the mainstream?
Would love to see them go back. I'm not sure if we'll ever hear them come to a Super Mario game. But yeah, I would love for them to mention even okay. When sorry, maybe I'm deviating from a question, but Mario's name, the Great Gonzalez. I wish they would mention that in a game, because that would be so cool. That little tiny bit. Nobody will know that if they haven't played Paper Mario, but it's just a cool little a treat for all the fans. It would be nice. Maybe it could have been a Super Smash title for Mario, the Great Gonzalez, and they'll be like, "What the hell is that? Why is he called Great Gonzalez?"
Yeah, let's get some taglines in the next Smash Brothers
Yeah,
iteration. That could be one
yeah.
of them. So, are you think you're going to go back and finish? Or you're just going to let it kind of lie on the shelf. You got to participate in this time. It's not like you're learning anything narratively. You got
Yeah.
to see it before. It's okay. It counts. I'm okay with that. I give my blessing, and you don't have to gatekeep yourself again on this one if that helps. But
I am planning on, of course, probably finishing it, just because it's part of a stream thing that I'm doing, and I want to turn it into a full-on video. Also, because I've been telling people every time they ask me, "What's your favorite game?" It always be Paper Mario, but I'll tell them, "But I've never played it. I just started." So it's kind of like, what the hell? Why? How can this be your favorite game? just because you know what, I know more than you, and I've only played a little bit, but
it's still an okay answer. You're okay
yeah.
answering that.
Yeah. So yeah, I for sure will play that, just because also my friend, every time I play it, he would come over and be like, okay, I've never heard of Paper Mario, I want to see it, I want to experience it too. And I'm like, okay, let's go, come, I'll show you to the dark side. So yeah, it's fun, to play with a lot of people too. And plus, RPG is not my thing, so it's fun to try out new games as well. I can't believe I love Paper Mario and like that, and like our Super Mario RPG, but I hate RPGs game in general. So that's just interesting.
All right, so we go to game number 3 on your list here. It's Mario Hoops 3-on-3, and let me tell you, I had not heard of this game. And as someone who played the Nintendo DS, and I loved that was middle school when the Nintendo DS came out for me, and I was all in on it. And I saw this on your list, and I thought, oh, cool. I look in my head, I was like, it's NBA Street Volume 3, because you could play with Mario and NBA players. And I look it up. I was like, "Oh wait, there's a whole game here." Hold on a second.
Listen, you two, I'm getting real sick of this. I'm just going to put it out there right now. Like, Ray did it on purpose. You didn't when you dropped your elementary school comment earlier, and he's dropping a DS middle school comment in there.
7th grade, Dan.
Well, I'm just saying. I watch your tone. I know. She didn't do it on purpose. I know what you did there.
7th grade. Nintendo DS. These things have their own little Wi-Fi network. You could play without a link cable. What? This is like, technology will never be better than this. I can play through a wall. Are you kidding me? So Mario Hoops 3-on-3. Tell me about it.
Okay, so it's pretty much Mario but basketball, 2 teams of 3. So pretty much the same as a regular game of basketball. You shoot the ball into the net to earn points, but you can also obtain coins and get more points by dribbling your ball on top of like the question mark panel to get a better score. There's also, if you don't have the ball, I believe you can get items from the question mark panels and use that against your opponents. And there are also a lot of characters. All of the characters can perform their special shots. So that was my favorite of Mario Hoops 3-on-3, because I would just play White Mage, and she's from Final Fantasy, I believe. I didn't know that until I researched that, but she was Final Fantasy, and her special shot was a star. So I would just smack that stylus and on the freaking DS screen and just tap 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 tap, because you have to do it real quick 3 times, I believe, if I can recall. I have the game. I haven't picked it up though, but
I was gonna ask, how did the touchscreen come into play on this one?
So you pretty much swipe a lot. If you're trying to take the ball from an opponent, you use the D-pad to move around, and then you swipe down to try to take the ball from them, and then you dribble by tapping. And then if you want to perform a special move, then there are certain shapes. Or letters, actually. For Mario, it would be an M, so you have to do the figure M by tapping the screen in an M shape, pretty much.
Let me tell you, I had to look it up. I think you're the only person who has posted about this game. I had to look. You might be the only person who owned this game. It
had to be a request. I bet you it's probably you were the admin. I remember putting it in.
Because I was like, there was a question in Channel 3 that says, what sport game do you play? And I don't play sports, actually. This is the only sport game I've ever played aside from Wii Sports.
I mean, listen, it's been somewhere near 12 years since I played a basketball game. If they said this year, hey, by the way, we're bringing back Mario Hoops, I'd buy it. I'd buy it in a second.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
It's awesome. It gets real. At first, you think like you got the game to a T, but then like there's this like tournament challenge mode, and it gets really, really difficult. I don't think I finished the game, and I put in a lot of effort into that game back when DS Lite was still really huge. But yeah,
So what was your team like? What
Mhm.
what three characters you go
Okay.
with?
So I went with White Mage. Uh, did I go with Yoshi? No, I think I just went with White Mage, Dark Mage, and Daisy, I think. But sometimes I think I would use Yoshi. I would usually go for like the easiest special shots. So yeah, I think so. I think those are my team. I don't remember, but I love White Mage just because of her aesthetic. I love the pink hair. I love the white cloak.
Dan, did you know about this game? Did you know the time that Mario teamed up with Final Fantasy to put out a game? Well, to team up with Square Enix again, they did Mario RPG, and then they decided, you know what, the next thing we should do is Mario Hoop 3-on-3. That's what Square
not
Enix.
Until the cover randomly shows a Moogle on it.
I'm trying to figure out how this happened. Like, I'm trying to figure out how Square Enix got involved with a basketball game with Mario characters on the Nintendo DS.
It's so random. It's cookie. It's so fun.
Someone had to be bored. Someone had to be bored. Like, so I just pulled this up. Everybody want to try it out?
You know what else stinks too? Like, they released it. They released it on the Wii U Virtual Console, but only in Europe. Oh, they did. Okay, they did eventually do the US also. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
We need this back.
Mm-hmm.
This was developed by Square Enix. Like, they developed it. That's the weird.
It's their game. It's not even like, Camelot does a lot of their sports games. Nintendo farmed us off to another company.
Famed sports company Square Enix. Yes.
It's absolutely insane. It's crazy because you have Mario Baseball and you have all the soccer games and the tennis games, and I never even thought about it. They didn't put on a basketball game, and they did. They did on what was their most popular system until the Switch. And I missed out on this somehow. I don't know how, but I did. I'm upset.
It's really fun. They really use the stylus and the touch screen mechanic really, really amazingly.
Just wait, you're going to get some hate mail in a couple of weeks when this hits Enhance, because it will be hitting Enhance in the coming weeks. So apologies in advance, everybody. We're moving on to your honorable mentions. We're gonna stick with the DS. We're going to talk about 3 games here, but the first one is back on the DS. Cooking Mama, 76 dishes ranging from fried eggs to cabbage rolls. So were you a big DS fan, I guess, kind of going back to back here? I know we're going from the 3 to honorable mentions, but
yes.
DS got your attention?
Yes. Since my brother would have let me play the console games because I suck at video games, my parents gave me a DS so I could just play on my own time, on my own pace, actually learn how to actually play a video game. So yeah, I got an R4 and downloaded most of the games there, and that's how pretty much my gaming era started in the DS, actually.
So it sounds like you're pretty comfortable using the stylus for all the things. Like, this required you chopping, cutting, mixing, a lot of activity with that second screen. One you also had to keep clean. Like, I had only played this one. My kids had inherited from our neighbors getting rid of their 3DS equipment. This was in there. I'm like, all right, I guess we're going to find out finally what Cooking Mom is all about here. And my God, you have to make sure your screen is flawless. You have to be really careful. And also the other thing too, like I got it post Switch, so it was weird because I was trying to use my big dumb finger. No, you need to use the stylus.
It needs the stylus. It does help a lot, especially because I don't think the finger even works. I've never tried using my finger, actually.
It did on the 2DS. I can say that.
Oh, it did. Oh,
I can vouch for that, but it does not work well. Do not try it. Don't waste your time.
Yeah, but I kept my screen clean and no scratches. You won't even know I play Cooking Mama in the handheld device.
So again, you had access to quite a few games. We won't touch on why, as you no international incidents involved here. But yeah, what drew you to Cooking Mama to begin with, though?
It was one of the games that my parents have downloaded in the cartridge. So I was like, okay, I'll try this out. And
parents weren't running Mortal Kombat. Is what you're trying to say subtly there. Okay, got it.
They wouldn't even let me play Metroid when I was young. I understand, but was it really that violent?
Come on, strong female protagonist. Come on, guys.
Exactly, right. So, anyways,
I say is maybe I think I might have had a sibling who had nightmares about the Metroid sucking on your brain, possibly in the NES. So actually,
that was pretty terrifying at the first.
Yeah,
the first time it shows up, you see a brain with tentacles on it coming at you,
and just and it's just sucking your life out of you, and there's nothing you can do about it very well. Yeah, so actually, they may not be wrong. I revoke any. Okay. I revoke any snark I may have had to that.
Another terrifying brain, because it happened twice. Let me tell you, it's a weird thing, but it happened 2 times. Andros Star Fox 64, you are flying with a giant brain trying to electrocute you.
If I had a nickel for every time, I'd have 2 nickels. It's just weird. It happened twice, yeah.
But I really, really like the kind of like the speed running thing that you do for Cooking Mama. I know a lot of people. I've watched Jaden Animation's speed run Cooking Mama, and I really like that being fast paced, because I'm a very anxious person. I'm the person who would speed run games, not because I'm good at it, but because I don't want to get hit and I want to get the level over with. With Cooking Mama, tap, 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 done. Next one, tap, 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 tap. Like, it's super fast paced, and I really, really like that. It works with how I would play a game normally.
Has this translated into real life cooking skills at all? Have you tried?
No, I don't think. I know what? When I was little, I was thinking, hey, does this actually translate into real cooking? But I've never tried it.
All right, so we're gonna get you a slab of chicken. We're just gonna have like the same. We're gonna have the same in front of you. Just like, here's how you're gonna cut the chicken. Here's how you're gonna grind everything down. You're gonna do the same exact thing the screen says. We'll see how it goes.
Maybe for some, I don't know. Probably like the mixed ingredient, turning the heat to low to high, maybe that. But some of them, I'm pretty sure they skipped a lot of steps.
It counts the same as me not being able to play actual musical instruments or playing rock band. It doesn't matter. Any particularly memorable, I'm not going to call them levels, but dishes, like things that like either like, hey, that was a particularly fun one, or this was just so annoying you could not get it done. I didn't play it all that long to know, like, is there an ultra mega dish at the end that's nearly impossible, or anything that sticks out?
I just hate the blowing. For some reason, the mic just cannot pick up me blowing into the freaking little tiny microphone that they have in the DS Lite.
No, it's not just that. It's the 3DS and the 2DS.
Oh, really?
There's a skill to it. I think Mario. I think you had to do it for Mario Kart. I think. It was like the balloon battle. There's an art to it. There's an art to blowing into a piece of technology and somehow that translating to air in the game.
I tried just screaming or like just getting my voice out there, because in the this game in GameCube, it's called Donkey Konga. They have the bongos, right? I'm not sure if you okay. What I would do, I would just hit the bongos, clap, and then yell. I will, because they have a mic input in there, right? I think you have to clap. Yeah, you have to clap, but I wouldn't even clap. I would just yell, ah! I would just do that and go on with my life.
It just registered that there was a noise there. That's all I needed.
Yeah, that's why I was like, maybe the DS works the same way, but no, it did not pick it up like that. I need to actually blow on the thing.
I'll tell you what, the PS5 controller with Astrobot, no, you have to. You actually have to do that. So yeah, I do not know enough about and I've not gone down the rabbit hole of looking into that, because I feel like that's going to put me on some watch lists with those Google searches. So I'm not touching that.
Yeah, but I think what I like decorating it. I thought there was also decorating food. Yeah, I thought there was like a certain way you have to decorate. I would just press all of it and then boing, done. Sometimes I'll actually put an effort. Sometimes if I'm speedrunning, nah, boing, 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 done. But yeah, that's honestly a very fun game, very chill game, but can be sometimes stressful if you're trying to 3-star gold everything. Gold, yeah, it's gold and not star. I don't remember. It's been a while.
All right, next honorable mention, Mario Kart Double Dash. And I feel like there's a theme. Maybe I'm just completely maybe I'm making up this theme, but in my head it's a thing. And I feel like for GameCube games,
Mhm.
everyone likes them. Like
Mhm.
I never hear anyone says they don't like a GameCube game,
Mhm.
but they never get talked about.
Mhm.
Just like that's just what the GameCube is.
Mhm.
But Double Dash, it's definitely my favorite Mario Kart mechanic, having the two
Mhm.
drivers.
Yeah.
Tell us about playing this game.
Okay. Since I'm always second place every time I play any Mario Kart games with my brother, it's actually fun to be in the first place for once, but not driving as the person to shoot the opponents with whatever item comes. I really enjoy that. But of course, I enjoy playing by my one-on-one with my brother. I enjoy having two characters. I feel like there was a strat they to do with double dash, because like you can pick a different character, they have a different special move, and another one different move. You can mix match, so that was fun. I would always go with Peach just because I feel like I'm invincible with those two hearts trying to shield me. And who's Koopa Troopa? Okay, the three
Yep.
red shells, three green shells. I feel unstoppable. And my brother would always just go for Yoshi. Just
I
because he doesn't need the skill.
was gonna say 100%. I was always. Let me tell you, it probably does make sense. I'm sure if there's competitive Double Dash out there somewhere,
Mhm.
it wasn't what I was doing as a kid.
Mhm.
I was like, give me the Koopas. I want to have green shells and red
Mhm.
shells.
Mhm.
So using Peach? I guess that meant you would use the medium cards too, right?
Yeah.
Because your card also depended on the character you had.
Yes. Okay, that was kind of annoying because sometimes there was cards that I wanted to use, but I can't because my characters are so big. I'm like, what? Why not? Why not?
I was the same way. I would use the baby characters because I thought the
Mhm.
cards just look cooler.
Yeah, because then I would use Toad because I love his character Toad or Toadette. But then I want to use one of the big characters, but I want to use a smaller cart because for some reason I feel more comfortable with a smaller cart or a bike. But that's a different game. But yeah.
So why is this the Mario Kart game that made your list?
um, Multiple reasons. One, nostalgia, I guess. And second, it's because I just really enjoyed the fact that you can use double characters. I have not seen Mario pick this gimmick up in so long. I haven't seen. I wish they maybe remake it. Maybe a possible remake for the Switch too. Double Dash 2.
Again, by the time this episode comes out, this may get
We
real
might know
weird
things
again.
by then. I was actually giving my last question. Do you, if the next Mario Kart game gave you the double character
Mhm.
option again, would you be happy about that?
I would be so happy, especially if you can do it multiplayer. Because in Mario Kart Double Dash, if you were going to play multiplayer, you could only play with 4 people, or unless you have multiple game cubes, right? So like, what if like we can do it online? You could race with more people, and especially if there's more characters. What are their special moves? So that's more exciting. So yeah.
I
You'll
was
probably
like,
need an entirely separate unit to be able to just host it without
Yeah.
it exploding.
Mhm.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, right? I would the you have a double think, and if they allow the same people, can you get 24 people
Yeah.
online? Will Nintendo even allow something like that to happen?
They can make it happen. They can
I
make it
couldn't.
happen. Research.
I couldn't even get 8 people on soccer.
They would need a actual server
Mhm,
this time,
mhm.
not just hosting it on someone's individual Switch. That
Well,
might work.
hey, switch with PS4 capabilities. Maybe we get a PS4 capable server with it. Who knows?
And also, like, if my friends want to play, but they're not really gamers, I can just carry them. They can have half the fun.
This is absolutely one of the best sibling games.
Exactly. So yeah, that's Yeah, pretty much. I would say it. Why I love it is because it's a sibling game, honestly. But yeah, those are the reasons why I love this game, and I really wish Nintendo brings it back to life, just like all the RPGs that they've been doing, remaking them.
Wow, you really made my segue.
Look at the transition.
That was wow, chef's kiss.
Talking about RPGs.
Well, on to your third honorable mention with Super Mario RPG, which just based on the dagger you shoved into my ribs with the elementary school comment on Thousand Year Door, I'm going to say you probably didn't play, I mean, you may have played a port of the Switch, the SNES one, or did you play the Switch remake for this one?
So also same with the Paper Mario. Watch my brother play it multiple times in the SNES and emulators.
The SNES call out. The SNES. By the way, 1996 when this game came out. This game came out the same year the 64 came out, but they put it on the SNES. They could have put it on the 64. I'm just realizing this right now. I was 4, Dan. I was 4 years old when this came out. Continue. Talk about the SNES.
Yeah, I played him multiple times.
I'm getting ganged up on here.
Watched him play multiple times, and I've tried it out as well in the Switch, and honestly, still love it.
All right, so with my line of questioning is changing entirely based on things that you said earlier in this conversation, because you're right. Like Paper Mario games, they're a separate bucket from Super Mario RPG, right? This was Square Enix designed, famed designers of Mario Hoops 3-on-3. Obviously, that's their wheelhouse there.
What a weird! It's so weird. That's a thing.
but like again, this was for those of us who weren't 4 years old at the time, Ray, and were heavy into the RPGs. This was a huge thing that like Nintendo's giving this over to Squaresoft at the time to say like you're making an RPG of this, and like okay, so my question is this. I'm just gonna come out and say it like. So this one is just an RPG. This is not like Paper Mario where, okay, they're doing some different stuff and there's some RPG elements. This one is like a traditional level up, build your skills, change your various armor, weapons, etc. here, gather a party, change your party. Like, how did you deal with this one then? If you're, or what don't you like about RPG that worked here?
That is a good question. Why did I like this? Why did I pick this up other than other RPGs?
This game sucks.
Maybe first of all, because it is Mario, and I grew up in a Mario household, so like this is being slapped in my face all the time. Mario RPG. I think also because Peach is playable. We don't usually get her as a playable character, but she did suck in some of her.
Whoa! You better watch whatever. Get real careful what you're about to say here, but go ahead and say it.
No, okay. I wouldn't say she sucked, but I remember in this test that my brother rarely used her. I think it's usually Gino and Bowser that he used.
Your brother made a wrong choice. Mario Peach, Gino, pretty good, but like you get a Mario Peach Bowser lineup, you're set.
But I love using her in the remake, so that was a nice experience. But what else? Maybe what really made me interested in the game is not really much of the RPG concept. I think it was really just the world itself. I get tired of seeing Mushroom Kingdom all the time, so I like seeing new places, and also what is it called? New enemies as well. So I just find the new enemies, the world really fascinating, really interesting. And yeah, I really enjoy having new characters. Mellow, this adorable little marshmallow. I thought he was a marshmallow. I didn't know he was a frog when my brother first played it, because his name was Mellow. So I'm like, oh, he's a marshmallow. No, he's a cloud. Not even a freaking frog. He's a cloud. It didn't register.
Yeah, I got nothing on that front. Like that's one of those things you really have to. You're never quite sure if somebody had a translation issue or a drug issue. You never quite know which one it was at the time.
Oh my gosh. And then having also Bowser as a playable character was pretty neat. Usually you always see him as the bad guy, but having him playable and he was like pretty tanky as well. It was very fun to watch. And I really love Brewster's Tower. That was my favorite I would say world or level. Just having Mario climb up to the tower, defeating boss. And yeah, that's what I really like about that. Maybe not much of the RPG, but mostly the world building and the characters themselves, the enemies, and the story. Actually,
Did you do any of the story? It's such an RPG story. Go ahead, you can do it. Come on, come to the dark side. Did you try and go after any of like you or your brother like things like the 100 jumps for the super suit or
cannot
the secret battle?
Cannot do that. Oh wait, the secret battle? Yeah, no, not me. My brother, I don't think he did it. He said he did. I asked him before. I don't remember him defeating him. No, I don't.
Yeah, you gotta tell him if he was any good at video games, he would have been able to do that. You gotta start taking shots back. And I haven't played the remake, but my understanding is there's actually an addition to that now too. So you can really tell him like, oh, if he thinks he's good, he should go play the new one and let's see some proof.
Exactly. But I'm pretty sure he already finished it. I did ask him if he played the remake, and he said he finished it. Not sure if he 100%ed, meaning he did all of like the ending stuff, the ending bosses. Not sure.
And if he doesn't say that, I guess you didn't finish it then. You gotta do it like really. Not even passive, just go aggressive with it. Don't do passive. Like, oh, okay, I guess, sure, you finished it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, fun game. I love my brother, though. I hope the viewers know.
That's okay. I'm just here to help you take shots back at him. That's okay.
He's a great guy. Anyways, yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's look to the future and a game you're looking forward to. It's Little Nightmares 3.
Mm-hmm.
It was delayed. They said delayed to 2025. Somewhere this year, supposedly, is Little Nightmares 3. So I guess we have to start with, did you play the first two?
No.
Okay, so what are we looking? So how did we end up looking forward to Little Nightmares?
And Ray's line of questioning totally derailed there. That was the best news you could have. Even if it's not true, it's the best news you could have given.
The multiplayer aspect. Could you play multiplayer in the second game? I don't think so. I know because you have Mano and then you have 6, but I don't think you could play multiplayer. But in the third game, you can play with someone.
And so besides, I guess this totally changes because do you know the story of the first two games at least?
At least I know what happened because I've watched. I'm a watcher, not a gamer.
So is there anything else you're looking forward to besides the fact that you get to play with someone else? Or is that like, let's just say like in the game, it's cool, it looks cool, and I get to play with someone else?
I would love to learn more about the lore. Usually I don't like lore. I don't like reading, but if you put me in a video game, there's no dialogue and I'm here to pretty much just go through the game and figure out what's going on for myself. I actually prefer that than being told what's going on, what's happening, what was my objective and stuff like that. So what really intrigued me was when I was watching who was it? Maybe it was Markiplier or somebody playing Little Nightmares on YouTube. I was just really intrigued that how did 6 get there? Who is this tall lady? Why did she eat her? Why did 6 betrayed Mano? What happened to him? Did he die? Like all this, and like this really, it's a fun story, and I would love to unravel it someday because I still don't know what's going on in that game.
It's all vibes. That's all that matters.
Pretty much. And I really like the art style. I like the really creepy, weird-looking people in Little Nightmares, and I love the little protagonists, our little MCs.
All right. Well, now we move on to a question from the Channel 3 history books we pick for you to discuss. We referenced we're fresh into the new year here, so I'm just going to ask you, what was the first game you played in 2025?
Pokemon TCG Pocket.
So are you playing that to play it? Are you collecting? Are you doing a little bit of both?
A little bit of both. Mostly trying to collect to get a good deck going, because so far I'm still running on my day one Pikachu Zapdos all electric cards, and when I tried battling this year, I got whipped. I could not get a single win. And
Weefu beat me like a rented mule, so yes, I understand.
All those stupid Celebes and Misties. The freaking water type cards. I should be way better than them, because they're weak against me, but no, I died. So I think it's also because my deck is just full of luck. All the flipping coins that me suck. No luck here. No luck whatsoever.
just tell Weefu to share his deck. I think he had 10 he had 10 draw 2 cards and then just like ran that Pikachu EX on me with like 90 damage every time, and it just got laid to waste. So yeah, that's okay.
But I do like looking at the pretty art. I hopefully in the future they'll make like physical card of it, because they look cool. They should add it into their collection. Maybe, of course, not like the moving parts aspect of it, of course. But yeah, they have really nice art.
Did you complete either of the collections yet? I mean, they've opened up the second one at this point with the mystical genetic apex, and now the mystical or mythic or whatever it is.
I can't complete it. I cannot. This one, okay, Genshin may have gotten me, but this one I will not use my credit card for.
No, there's no need. They give you 2 packs a day. You just gather up. Like, you just have to. I learned you just have to start filling in those gaps with those card draw packs.
Yeah. But I don't know. I was pretty dumb, and I was just getting random cards just to like build a deck. So now I don't have much, and now I'm trying to get as much packs as possible by just like logging in every day and just doing all the what is it, the dailies they call it.
All the activities of like open, check the shot, do those. Build it up.
Build it. I'm trying to build it up. Sometimes I get tempted and I get a really crappy card.
Stay strong. Don't do it.
Yeah. I'm trying. I have it. I almost put in my credit card, but I'm like, no.
All right. Last question we ask everybody. What's been your favorite feature on Channel 3?
Ooh, I really, really love the target games. Those pretty much the dailies of Channel 3, I call it. Every time I log into the app, I love having the app. It's so much more convenient. I log in and I will just play the games. I suck at the what is it called? Trying to remember which one is is
it's enhanced. You're taking shots at enhanced. Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
that one. Oh my gosh.
Okay. I suck too.
I don't know I can't. I heard some
I swear
people...
to God, I better see you done in 3 at most on Hoops Day.
Oh my gosh, I suck at that. Sometimes I would get my friends to do it for me. It's like, can you guess what game this is just by looking at the the pixels, please? But yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. That's like, I have my dailies for my Genshin, my dailies for Pokemon TCG, and my dailies for Channel 3.
That's perfect. And with that, we've made it to the end of another What Are Your 3 podcasts. Thank you, Cruz, for being our guest. You can find the podcast at c3.gg/podcast, dropping every Wednesday morning at 3:33 a.m. Eastern on all the major platforms, including Spotify, YouTube Music, and Apple Podcasts. I'm Ray. Dan puts this all together. Our theme song is by Castor Garden. And for our executive producer, Joel Willis, have a good day, everybody.
Channel 3 is the future.